This page is a little bit more complex than the previous two, a little bit harder. It's going to involve a little bit more information, probably a little bit more research as well. And it's looking at two main things. It's looking at a situation and it's looking at your client. So by now you should have a pretty fair idea of what you're going to be pursuing. You've done your scenarios page. You remember the previous one? And you've got your project that you want to follow. Okay, so from that you can start to write out, you can start to describe the situation, the fundamental problem that you're trying to solve. And that could be a whole variety of different things. It could be, trying to keep people amused, and that's why you want to buy a game. It could be because when people go to the park, they are often looking for something to do. Whatever that reason is, you're building this game, that should be put down there. But of course, when you start talking about games in the park, we can write those words, but we can also show them. We can also show people playing frisbee in the park, for example, or people playing football in the park. We can show pictures of a park. And what I would like you to do is, as you describe that situation, think about those descriptive words and whether you can complement those words with a picture from Google. And so you can drop a picture in. Equally well, once you've described the situation, you've got to describe the client and everything about the client, what they like, what they don't like, where they live, what they do for a job, how many people's in their family, what do they like doing at weekends, what are their hobbies. All those things which may be influential should make up part of your explanation of the client. So we've got two things here, really. We've got a situation, and then we've got the client description. On the other side of here, what we want is a client interview where you think about 10 different questions, and then you ask the client those questions and they answer. Now, what I would do is I'd record this interview, and so then underneath each question, you can bullet point their responses. Okay? At the bottom, it's really important that you include the needs and wants. It's also really important we are looking at these possible specification points. And so any information which could go on to influence your final product, for example, the product size, how loud it needs to be, how easily it needs to communicate, the color of it, for example. If your client is telling you information like this, you can put it as possible specification points at the bottom of the page. So the bit that you've been waiting for, let's go on and have a look. Right, so what have we got? We've got about the client here, and as we are talking about the client, what we've got is we've got bits and pieces which relate to their life. We've got about the problem here, and that is exactly the same. Bits and pieces are highlighted, and we've got pictures relating to the life. We've got the interview. We've also got this audio file. So if you want to listen to it, what you can do is just click on here, and a 20, I suppose it wouldn't be 20 minutes, maybe a 10-minute interview will be played. And from that interview, what this student has done is he's answered in his own words his question, or in I suppose he's paraphrased what the client has said. At the bottom here, we've got wants and needs. This is really important. This is part of the mark scheme, and we've got possible specification points. And so what we've got is it should be white in colour, it should be plastic material, small and compact, portable, powered by battery, and light. And I think he means by in weight. And of course, with every page, what do we have? With every page, we have a good introduction and we have a good conclusion. And we can see that here. Yeah, introduction, and you've got a conclusion, possible spec points, needs and wants. And that's going to be page 3. Really important, guys. Deadline is on Monday. That's the 19th of June. So you've got to get this in for Monday, 19th of June. All right.